Hi, I hope you're happy today, even though it's winter time and it's cold. You'll notice it's so cold that we have a fireplace behind us going on. I just hope you're happy and good. Glad we have a chance to spend a little time together. The last time, one of the last times we were together, we were talking about kindness and how important that is, to be kind to others, to be kind to your mom and dad or whoever you live with, your friends at school, your animals, and really be kind to everybody. As a matter of fact, we sort of left off with our saying for kindness for us is no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. And we talked about random acts of kindness, how sometimes something happens right on the spur of the moment where you have a chance to be good to somebody, helping somebody across the street, a friend's backpack drops in school, maybe they forgot their lunch or their lunch money, and just little things we can do for each other because, we found that the happiest people are usually kind people. So if happiness is important to you, if you're kind and others are kind to you, you'll be happier. In the times we live where sometimes you don't know whether you're going to be in school or not because of the virus, sometimes you're home and sometimes you're not, and sometimes it snows too much to go to school. And then sometimes you might feel a little lonely because you're not with your friends as much as you used to. We're going to talk a little bit and read a little bit about something called social connectiveness, how it's important to be connected to others, to be with others, especially in times like this in the winter and the virus and not sure whether you're going to be in school. Just last night, I have a grandson who lives in Colorado. He's in 6th grade, 12 years old. He called me up and I could tell he was really sad. And come to find out, most of the time they aren't in school, and when they are, of course they're wearing their masks. He's in a new school this year, and he doesn't know hardly anybody. And he says when they are together, they still have to stay a little bit distance with each other because of the virus. They have their masks on. He said he doesn't feel connected to anybody else there, and he feels really lonely. So maybe all of us do sometimes, and maybe that's a good reason we're going to talk a little bit in the next few books about how important it is to stay connected to other people to be happy and healthy. We're going to start that out with one of my favorite books. It's just simply called Most Marshmallows. And I know that sounds kind of strange, but when you look at the cover, you can see the marshmallows have faces. Let's find out what the marshmallows can teach us something about staying connected to others. Most marshmallows. Most marshmallows don't grow on trees, even though these marshmallows are growing on trees. Or come from storks, or even come from Mars. I wonder where marshmallows do come from. Most marshmallows are mostly born. I bet you were born too. It's been a long time, hasn't it? To one sweet parent or two. Look at the little baby marshmallow there. And live in homes of one kind or another. I'd like to know what kind of home you live or apartment and who lives with you. They celebrate birthdays. How old are you? Have you celebrated a birthday lately, or do you have one coming up pretty soon that you're excited and looking forward to? See, I don't have a birthday anymore because I gave mine away to an orphan a long time ago who didn't know when his birthday was and he could never celebrate it. So I gave my birthday to him. I hope that was kind, and I haven't seen him in a long time, but at least now he has a birthday he can celebrate. Marshmallows, they watch TV. Do you watch TV sometimes, and what are your favorite shows? Oh, I bet you can tell what that is. They go to school. They're the marshmallows. See, even marshmallows have backpacks. Looking out the bus window. Do you ride a bus to school? Oh, look at this. And they learn to be squishy. Have you ever seen a squishy marshmallow? There's the marshmallow teacher, all the kids in a row. Notice they aren't wearing masks because this was before the virus. And they learn how to stand in rows. Do you sometimes stand in rows when you're leaving or coming into the building or getting on the bus or waiting at the drinking fountain maybe? But you know what's nice about this is the kids are together, their friends are there, the teacher's there, they're with somebody. And why they can't breathe fire? Because fire is only for dragons. Can you imagine if you're a marshmallow, how scary it must be to get that close to a fire? Most marshmallows eat dinner together. Do you eat dinner with anybody, or lunchtime maybe at school? You know, we find that one of the most important times for a family or kids at school is when you sit down and eat together, because then you can talk with each other, get to know each other, and you feel a little socially connected to somebody, don't you? You have somebody there. How awful it must be to be alone. And they fall asleep most nights. Look at that. There's maybe mom reading the Marshmallow Kids a story at bedtime. To dream about nothing. I'll bet you dream about something, don't you? And I hope they aren't nightmares, but sometimes we have those, don't we? And if you have a nightmare and wake up, it's nice to have somebody you can yell out to, isn't it? To come in and, let you know that it was just a nightmare and it isn't real, and there really isn't a monster under the bed or in the closet, is there? But some marshmallows somehow secretly know. I wonder what they secretly know. They secretly know that all marshmallows, we don't have the answer yet, do we? They secretly know that all marshmallows can do anything. Parachuting, climbing a mountain in a hot air balloon. I bet you haven't climbed a mountain yet or been in a parachute, but maybe you've been in a hot air balloon. Kind of scary, I've been in them. But maybe someday you can do that. Maybe someday you'll climb a mountain. Or be anything. Look at that. There's a marshmallow jumping through the fire, and they're walking on stilts, and, maybe you can be anything you want to be too someday. They dare to imagine. Look what this marshmallow is dreaming about or thinking about. There's the big monster dragon, and they're going to go make sure the dragon doesn't get in the castle and hurt anybody. So, roar! Can you roar too? I'd like to hear a really loud roar if you can. A roar like when you're really happy and you're dreaming something and you're being the best you can be and that you're with somebody. I hope you have a chance to be with somebody. I really do. Most Marshmallows. Thanks for letting me read this to you. Oh, and by the way, speaking of marshmallows, the next time we're together, I'm hoping we have a chance. We'll get out some marshmallows and share them. I'll share my bag of marshmallows with you. I bet you these marshmallows in this bag, let me open it up, don't look like those marshmallows in the story, because I bet these marshmallows don't have a face. Oops. Well, I'll share these marshmallows when I'm with you. Thanks for listening.